British wrestling was introduced in the early 20th century as a variety act to bring entertainment to the world of bodybuilder strongman attractions. British wrestling started out with a legitimate amateur background until more dramatised aspects of wrestling were introduced to Britain in the 1930s. But what really makes British wrestling unique?
I think British wrestling is unique due to the fact that you get a bit of everything. You've got the characters, you've got you go into a different part of that as well. You've got the crazy ones, and you've got the sinister ones, and you've got the superheroes, etc., etc. That alone in itself is why British wrestling was so unique back in the day, because the wrestlers were just so larger than life. But then you've got the craft of British wrestling, and then you've got the different styles of wrestling, and in which I think there in itself is the blueprint of why American wrestling is so great.
British wrestling is the only style of wrestling that you can take worldwide, and every other place in the world has got their own style, but everyone's foundation is British, so that's why we're unique, because you can take our style anywhere.
British wrestling was taken to the next level when it was first shown on TV in 1955. It was first aired by ABC, ATV, and became most popular on ITV's World of Sport, showing British wrestling every Saturday morning. Soon wrestlers were household names. But what has changed since the World of Sport days?
The difference between the two is huge. It's like it's two completely different sports. So if I had a preference, which I do, and I teach it, I do old school British style.
To me, despite the fact that British wrestling doesn't have the big multi-million-dollar TV deals like America does, I think British wrestling can be as big as it used to be back in the days of the World of Sport.
For over a century, people have put their lives on the line just to entertain fans worldwide. But why would someone want a career in wrestling?
I just married one. That was it. I used to run for England in the 800 and 1500 metres. My knees blew, so I got myself a job in walked Ricky Knight. 2 weeks after I met him, I'm moving in with him. Been with him 22 years. So long I've been in the business.
Initially, it was the characters, the larger-than-life personas. It was the superheroes. It was, I mean, that's half the reason why kids from the last few generations have wanted to become wrestlers, because initially they all fell in love with the big, superhero like Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior or the Macho Man and guys like that.
Legitimacy has been put into question. But how do the wrestlers react to people calling it fake?
Come to the gym and then tell me if it's fake.
To me, it was like, how dare you disrespect my sport when I get hurt in there and I've been blinded and I've had this. But the longer you are in the business, the more you understand the person that's saying it. So if you said to them, it's not fixed, but if you're in storyline, then you want to win it because you've got a year's worth of being told what to do. You've got a promoter telling you what's happening, so yeah, I like the way it is.
But what must you do to become a good British wrestler?
Never stop learning and look to the past, because it's the veterans and how they wrestled that made wrestling so great back in the day, and it's the reason why people come from all over the world to learn that craft, because even now veterans will say that they're still learning new things, they're still learning new get-outs and new ways to apply holds, and to me that's the beauty of British wrestling. That's why it also makes it so unique, is that you can always make it your own. It can be whatever you want it to be.
To be a good British wrestler, you've got to have no life. You've got to be a misfit. You've got to understand emotion. And you've got to be damn good at wrestling.
We may not be able to relive the glory days of the World of Sport, but what's in store for the future of British wrestling?
I would say bring British wrestling back, bring that style back, incorporate it with the style that's in at the moment, and you can maybe make a brand new strain of wrestling that can fit the young and the old. So that's what I'm hoping for.
It doesn't lie with one person or one group of people. It does lie with everyone working together. And if that happens, then watch this space.